2008 Nissan Maxima 3.5 SE, the official car of, "Hey yo bruh, get a pic of me for the gram real quick." A car with V6 power and fun, but the parental-like nagging and restrictions that comes with having a CVT. You can put the car in manual mode, but since a CVT transmission has no actual gears, it's more along the lines of simulated gears, and the manual mode is more of a suggestion in reality. 2008 Maxima. The car of walking in a third period statistics class, with a buzzed off haircut, wearing all black with a gold cross, and looking like you're a priest for the Mexican cartel. True story, by the way. My buddy, the owner of this car, actually did that once. So, here's a little history lesson about Nissan. Back in the 90s, Nissan was building really good and reliable cars, and of course their GTRs were winning them a lot of races too. Some of their cars are ones like the S14 or 240SX and the Z series of cars, such as the 300ZX. Nissan had managed to make good, reliable cars with a lot of technology inside of them, such as hydraulic and later electric four-wheel steering found in the Z and GTR series of cars. And the Z32 300ZX had a twin-turbo V6 with 4 valves per cylinder and variable ignition timing, which is basically Nissan's version of VTEC, and they had all of that in 1990. Unfortunately, technology of that caliber in the 90s came at a higher cost up front for when buying the car, and later down the road when it came to fixing those systems if they were to break. By packing all of this cool modern technology in expensive cars meant they didn't sell as much. Because of this, in 1999, Nissan merged with Renault, which meant that the French company now had a 43% stake in Nissan up until to this day. Sadly to say, that merger that saved Nissan in the early 2000s is also their downfall today. Since that Nissan-Renault merger, Nissan's quality has gone down considerably, and due to that, their sales have too. So if that's the case, then how did my 2013 Sentra with 105,000 miles and this 08 Maxima with 155,000 miles make it so long? Well, just because quality in general has gone down doesn't mean every car they make as a whole is going to be a lemon. If you take care of your car, it'll last. But that being said, my Sentra was taken care of, but it most certainly wasn't perfect. That's just how it is. Everything deteriorates as it ages. Even the bulletproof Toyotas that seemingly last forever. So back to this car. When it was new, it had 255 horsepower and 252 foot-pounds of torque, which is fairly respectable for 2008. It only came with the CVT, so if you wanted to buy one with 6 gears and a clutch, sorry, but you're out of luck on this one, Captain. Even though it had no manual option, the CVT got this heavy car, weighing about 3,600 pounds, an average of 19 miles per gallon city and 25 highway. Which is alright, I suppose. I mean, my Genesis Coupe gets about the same, depending on how you drive it, but I get rear-wheel drive, 348 horsepower, and an 8-speed auto. But an 8-year difference can really change things, I suppose. Picture this, a Nissan dealership lot, 2008, colorized. You're going in to buy a new car. You're looking for a midsize because the kids are getting bigger, and when Junior gets old enough to inherit this baby, you want to make sure he's got enough room in the back to
bang all the bitches.
So you walk in, take a look, test drive it, and as you're signing the papers, you crack a joke to the sales guy saying, "Oh boy, I sure do hope that there's not going to be a recession that will make it exponentially harder to pay off this $30,000 car while being financially prepared to fork out a lot of money if it were to break." And then you both just sit there and laugh because that'll obviously never happen. Interior wise, this car has an aftermarket radio, since 2008 stock radios suck anyway. The owner, my buddy Christian, also has a set of subs in the trunk that aren't hooked up at the moment. The seats are cloth but still comfortable and are pretty much how you expect the seats in an average car to feel. The back seats were surprisingly roomy, which I wasn't expecting. Even with the driver's seat moved back, I had decent legroom, and even more impressive, I had a good amount of headroom. More headroom than I have in the back of my mom's Toyota RAV4. Driving feel is somewhat numb. There isn't much road feel through the steering wheel and seats, but that's how it is for most non-sporty cars with a softer suspension. But it does give the car a comfortable ride. The wheel adjusts up and down, but weirdly enough, it doesn't telescope. So I feel like I had my arms extended out further than I normally would, but this is partially because I'm a tall person and I have long legs. So in a lot of cars, my knees will hit the bottom of the steering wheel, but for average size person, the room is just fine. And as far as things the owner has done to it, he's put some MSR wheels that don't really suit the car in my opinion, and he painted the grille red for some odd reason. I don't know, maybe it's to show that he's a communist at heart or something like that. And before anyone gets butthurt that I'm making fun of the car and the owner, he's my buddy from high school and we roast each other all the time. It's just how our friendship is. No need to go all social justice warrior in the comments. Thanks.
I mean, look at the fucking wheels. You ain't even got the center caps.
I know, right? The other two I do.
The other two you do? What was your reasoning for painting your fucking grill red?
Got bored.
You got bored and so you painted it red? Even though there's nothing else on this entire fucking vehicle that's red?
I used to have lights that were red, but I took them out. So.
You used to have what?
I used to have lights.
Yeah.
I took them off.
So, if the rest of your car is pretty much blacked out like your wheels, why did you leave that shit chrome?
See, I don't have black paint to cover up the chrome, so I haven't got
Black
it.
paint's like $2!
No, but you have to do something else to get it off though. You can't just spray it black.
You could sand it down.
I'm gonna sandpaper.
It's $1 for sandpaper, my guy.
I wake up too late.
Bro.
I wake up in the day, bro. I ain't got time for that shit.
Whack ass. Alright, pop the hood.
Whack ass.
Yeah.
It's like my
No, I don't do that. That's some whack shit.
just immaculate. At least I painted.
Whatever. I painted my wheel. I fixed that shit, remember?
Oh shit.
You open your trunk. There you go. So how much trunk space we got in this bitch, bruh?
Oh, we can't go in there right now.
Why?
I got stuff in there.
How much stuff?
My jacket and my subs.
That's it? Oh, you got subs in this bitch?
No, they're not really.
Yo, you still got enough room to fit me?
I mean, I could fit myself in there, but you don't have to. See, bro? Not really.
Alright, I'm gonna try to fit in that bitch.
Oh, hell.
Hold this.
Yo, big ass gonna bring the whole car down.
Oh, fuck off.
Bruh, you just gonna see the whole car going down. Bruh, if you do this shit, if you get stuck, bruh. This guy. Now get out, bruh.
No, I'm just chilling. I'm just vibing, bro.
Are you stuck? Oh. Bro, did you bend my shit? Bruh!
No, it's good, it's good, it's
Look
good.
what you fucking did!
I didn't do shit.
Bruh,
I didn't do shit.
Get your fucking out of here. Whoa!
I didn't do shit, it's good. Was that quote again?
You got enough fucking bitch back here?
You got enough room to fuck a bitch?
What's up to my MTV crib, you know? This is where I sleep.
Is it really though?
Yes.
Paying enough.
Not really. I need 20 an hour. They pay me 14.
14?
No, it's fine.
I was about to say, I'm giving 15. Alright, this actually ain't that bad.
Bro, you just gotta move the field.
No, I actually got leg room though. Like,
But look how much extra you got. 'Cause I don't drive like this. Like, it's just way back. 'Cause I was prepping it for you. But when
okay. That shit squeak.
I'm gonna show you.
Yeah.
Alright. See how much leg room is
Yeah. Damn. Cause I'm 6'3" and I got leg room in this bitch.
there? There you go.
Alright, so how does that weird ass key thing work? So
So the thing, moral of the story is, I'll tell y'all this right now. 2000. Damn. Fuck. Oh. Here,
I got it.
Yeah, you got one. Sorry.
Boom.
Okay, there you go.
Teamwork, bro.
So, moral of the story. 2008 is where Mostar started doing keyless. And Maxima, the car, Nissan decided, you know what? We can make it keyless by just turning the knob. Interesting fact, that's how more Maximas got robbed in 2008.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm. In there, bro.
Alright, you fucking...
Bruh, so just leave it right here.
No, shut the fuck up!
None! Oh! Hey!
Oh.
You know what? I'm gonna just do this the whole time. You
Oi!
know? No, fuck you.
Can you
asswipe.
fucking not?
No, I can't.
Nobody wanna see your goofy ass!
Alright, go, bro. Good AC. Phil got the Febreze in
Oh
here.
damn, your shit like shifts real fucking smooth, yo.
Cause duh. I take care of my shit. I'm like somebody.
Why? The fuck is that thing?
Just fucking with you.
Oh damn, your steering's a lot lighter than mine. And your wheel's bigger too. Or at least it feels bigger.
But my wheels are like, I think like 19s.
No, I was talking about your steering wheel, you dumb dude.
Nigga, you said wheels.
Oh, now I gotta edit that part out.
I'm Hispanic.
still editing it out. I don't.
That'll scare me. I'll pee myself. I'll be pee pee. So Mike, bro,
What's up?
this video about to be hilarious. You know that, right?
That's a hard maybe.
Or maybe. What? Oh shit. Oh shit.
Why you got? You ain't gotta worry,
Bro, just by you taking that corner, I'm already have to worry, bro.
bruh. Do you doubt me?
Yes, I do sometimes.
Fucking ouch, yo.
Bro, you went like, you got a Sentra, you raced that hoe. Genesis?
I know.
Genesis? Don't get me started with the Genesis? Nah, bro. I'm
Yo, your brakes like feel real wonky, like they soft as shit.
Bro, that's how Nissan is.
Not my old Nissan.
Bro, it was a Sentra, dog.
I know.
That's different from a Maxima.
Oi, so,
And an Altima.
oi, so
Wait,
this
what?
is the Maxima that I raced against down in Mexico that one fateful night. When we were taking that turn, I hit like 85. You could only get past 75 before you felt like this bitch was going to lose it.
No, it was more like 70. This bitch was about to lean over.
Damn.
I said, shoot, I'm about to end up in the tree line. I better not.
Yeah, because like this car has
But this ain't GTA where I can just flip the car back over. Nah,
Right.
I'm gonna be stuck.
like how much does this weigh? Like around 3,300 or something like that?
It's probably like 33 to like 35.
Something like that, yeah. How much power you got?
Like horsepower?
Yeah.
If it came out like the year you did, 252.
252? Okay.
But now, since it's like
Since it's old as shit,
it's like 12 years old, it's like maybe like 198,
yeah,
maybe.
that's a hard maybe. Like 198 to the wheels, like
Holy shit.
maybe nowadays getting like 170-ish.
Right? But you know, that's just how life goes, you know?
It's
It's
actually
like that's like us, like you know, when you grow up, you're like all energized and stuff, and then when you get older, you just like slow down.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Oh, this seat don't go any lower, do it?
You got pushed down.
I did.
Bro, just go. Nikki, you're.
What?
Bro, you farted.
No, it's the seat. Anyway, like this bitch actually rides pretty fucking smooth.
I said the N word, so you have to edit it.
Yeah, I know. But like this.
Just leave that in there. Just leave that. I said the N word. You're gonna have to edit it out.
Anyway, no, like this actually rides a lot more smooth than I was expecting. Probably a lot more than I'm used to because you know I'm used to the Genesis and how rough that is because sports car and shit.
Yeah, but like you gotta figure out Nissan is going for more like a luxury joyride car, or like a daily car. You know, not like.
Yeah, they're pretty much just a luxury fucking sedan to daily.
Yeah. This is like Infinity, but like the parts are cheap.
Yeah.
To think about it.
Pretty much. But yeah, it rides surprisingly smooth. Like it's almost comparable to my my cousin's Beamer.
Go straight.
I was just gonna flip a bitch in that.
I was gonna let you drive on 411.
Oh, okay, that works.
But yeah, it's just like because you think about it, G35 and the 350Z are the same exact body type. The only thing that's different are the bumpers, and that's about it.
I mean, it's not the exact same body type, but it's the exact same drivetrain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, like
it's the exact same underneath with a few differences in suspension because you know G35 is I'm gonna cut across here or go to the right. That works too.
I'm saying I'll let you drive from 411, bro. But it's like no, but I'm saying when you have like the 350Z and the G35, if you put them together, they are exactly alike, almost.
Is it alright if I get on it real quick?
What?
Can I get on it real quick?
Get on what?
The gas. Like, can I smash it real quick?
You want to? The Maxima, the acceleration is better. But it's not the fastest car, but
yeah, it's got smooth acceleration. That's pretty much what they tuned it for. It's really nice though. It's got a decent torque curve on it.
Bro, don't take a Maxima, bro, and like modify it. I mean, not unless you got like the old model one, like the 2001, and modify it to 300, then that's understandable. But if you take like a modern Maxima, like right now,
and you try to fucking mod that shit, like
don't do it.
Civic
Don't
or
do
an
it.
Accord,
I'm gonna burn your car.
right?
I'm gonna burn it.
Oh, imagine if somebody straight piped this, like
People have.
fucking. Oh, what was his name? I can't. The one with the Accord V6 that worked with us. I can't remember his name.
V6.
Yeah, the red Accord.
Carlos.
Yeah, Carlos. Fucking. He straight piped that bitch. Remember?
Yeah, but Honda Accords are meant to get straight pipe.
It still kind of sounded like shit though.
Yeah, well, you gotta get lucky with it, you know. Maxima, like I was thinking about straight pipe in mine, but I was like, I don't want to. But then I was like getting into it, and I started listening to it, and I was like, you know what? It might actually be pretty good.
Yeah.
But people do that to this car. But this car ain't meant for that.
Am I good to flip a U here? You also got a surface engine soon.
It's a fuse.
Yeah, okay. That's what they all say.
no, that's serious. Like, that will turn off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it'll turn off. Like, I had it turn off for like 3 days. And it turned back on. And it turns off again by itself. I'm not joking, though.
No, no.
I'm for real. So,
you got almost 123,000 miles on it.
Yeah, that's pretty low for a great car.
Yeah, that's actually pretty impressive for a Nissan of like the past 15 years though, because they've been kind of shit. You know?
I mean, okay, so when people say I hate this car is shit, like Kia or Infinities or Lexus, you know, like this car is shit, or BMW especially, this car is shit. But you gotta take care of it. If you know what you're doing to your car, you take care of it, it's gonna last you forever.
Oh yeah, but like more.
But when you like over here roughing it around, yeah, you're gonna.
Well, like more often than not, though, Nissans tend to have problems, and you know those problems tend to be expensive because half the time it's transmission shit. You know.
Yeah,
like,
but by that point you can just sell the car.
A lot of people can't really do that though. You know.
I mean, that's why you take it to the dealership and be like, hey, transmission, I'll give you my 2K. And
oh, you also got low tire pressure.
No, it's missing a tire pressure sensor.
Okay, it actually doesn't shake too bad. Just flip this bitch. Don't hit that pothole.
That's what I was saying. I said, watch out for the pop.
Yeah.
I even saw it, and I'm in the passenger side.
Yeah. It's kind of slow to get up to around 60 though.
I mean, going uphill.
Oh, is this a CVT?
Maybe.
Yo. Oh, this is CVT. I was like, hold on, why the fuck ain't this bitch shifting? Damn, I didn't realize they were using CVTs in the Maximas this early. Yeah, I mean, that's Nissan's big problem though. Their CVTs are absolute fucking garbage.
Yeah, but
Like, only reason the CVT in my Sentra lasted so long is because the previous owner put pretty much just highway miles on it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what, like, I mean, this car is like, when I got it, I just wanted like a car to, like, you know.
A car just to have, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because your old Maxima was like kind of dying on you.
It wasn't dying. I mean, I wrecked it, but
Oh, yeah.
I fixed it back. But that's why I sold it to Andrew. But
yeah, he sold it to Andrew. And then the car almost fucking killed him because the man doesn't know how to use jack stands.
mm-hmm.
God damn.
Look at that Mustang.
Oh, hello. Want to race? Not in this, but in my car.
But like, you know, when I got this car, I was like, you know what? I'm not really trying to. I wasn't into cars at that time. You know?
Yeah.
It was just I like it because I like how the body looks.
Yeah.
And it could get me to point A to point B.
Yeah, it's got smooth lines. It's actually a pretty quiet ride. It's like really well insulated in here.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
then you got the AC working fine. You can put it on 3, you still feel like it's cold.
Yeah.
But like,
And like especially compared to like my Sentra.
yeah.
Even in the Sentra, I heard so much road noise in that car. And this, like, one main thing about luxury cars is, like, since this is considered Nissan's more luxury of their models.
Yeah, the Maxima and the Altima, the luxury.
Yeah, the Maxima just has a bigger V6.
Mhm.
Is that insulation is key when it comes to anything luxury. Like, technology is a good factor in it, but when it comes to anything luxury, you gotta have sound insulation and sound deadening. But it's pretty nice. I don't know if I would own this personally, just because I'm so used to the Genesis and I like a low driver feeling.
Yeah, but I mean,
And,
if
like,
I would recommend it for people who try to want a daily driver. I would recommend it.
Yeah, like maybe one of these like with low miles, if it was brand new, you know, you didn't have to worry about the transmission and shit. But like for the most part, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
It's nice and smooth. And you
Quiet. I mean, you can, like, if you ride this at night, it's especially more relaxing for the passenger because they'll be like, okay, so I'm gonna just go to sleep, and they fall asleep.
Yeah, because it's so smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's one thing. Like if you want to keep the smoothness, you can't get coilovers on this bitch, or else you're gonna feel every little bump and crack in the road.
Yes.
One downfall about this is like you can't move the steering wheel in and out, so I feel like I'm like straight arming this bitch just to steer it.
Yeah.
You know, but that's just how it rolls.
I mean, I think in the 370Zs they don't have transversal steering wheel.
Telescopic, you mean?
Telescopic.
Yeah. You also don't have rear seats in 370.
Yeah.
But I mean, who needs rear seats? Honestly, I'm probably gonna take my rear seats out sometime soon because they're just taking up space and adding weight. You know?
Yeah.
Your turn signal stop feels weird. It feels like a BMW turn signal stock. Like, you know how on Beamers you click it, you know, to turn and shit, but it goes back to its original position and doesn't stay down?
Huh? I live over there.
I know.
I live in the rich neighborhood. I'm
Yeah.
coming from the streets. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Me and you both, buddy. I'm in that nice middle-class white neighborhood now instead of the ghetto where I grew up and shit. The last neighborhood I lived in was an old white folk area, and now I'm in a somewhat younger white folk area that's slightly more middle class. Less reliant on AARP.
Not love a car fest either.
You what?
Car thieves.
Yeah. Although my old neighbor had a fucking Corvette that he didn't know how to drive.
What the hell?
Yeah, like it was one of those typical midlife crisis choices to buy it, and he couldn't drive her for shit. Like I was 14 when we moved out of there. I was like, dude, you can't fucking drive for shit. Just stop. It was hilarious. But not really. Like for the most part, this is a good car.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your average gas mileage?
On a full tank,
Yeah, like
405.
oh, that's your range. Damn, that's pretty.
That squirrel, bro. You gonna run up the squirrel?
I don't know if that was a squirrel, but
That was a squirrel, bro. That was a dead one. You about to run that bee over.
it was already dead.
Bro, I ain't trying to scrape off guts off my tires, dog. I don't want to do that.
You're good. Although your steering wheel slightly misaligned. So,
No, I just need alignment on the car.
yeah.
I've been in alignment for like 3 months, but
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I work during the day. I ain't got time. I sleep.
Right. Same.
Like when I hit bed, go night night.
I wish. Like I can't fall asleep for fucking shit. But for the most part, like if an enthusiast buys this car, it's not gonna be that good because it's so smooth. There's not much road feel, so you're gonna not feel it. Like it's gonna be harder to feel when your tires are slipping.
Yeah.
You know, which you could probably attest to because you daily this shit.
But like also you gotta think about like the Altimas too.
Yeah.
Their max like now, like Altimas now, their max fuel capacity is like 530 miles.
Fucking really?
Yeah, for a full tank.
Damn. You see, my screen, depending on like whether or not I reset it or not, it'll be like, oh, your range is like 330, or last night when I filled it up, it was like 270. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck? Hold on.
Oh no, someone's coming.
All in all, this car is better than I was expecting. I guess that's proof that you can't really judge a book by its cover. Or in this case, you can't judge a book just because its author has had some hits and misses in the past. Thanks for watching. See you next time.